Straight away, I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid and say the words none of you want to hear. Transformers Crossfire will not be returning. Steel Crossfire, on the other hand, will be making a full return to Roblox. To all the fans that have been waiting for literally any kind of news on the game, do not worry, because today I will be going over all news around the game, including upcoming designs, gameplay mechanics, and even answers to popular community questions asked by the fans. And one more thing before we start. I am not a game tester, I am not a developer for the game, I am not a modeler, and I am not a lizard person. All info shown can be found in public channels and conversations. I just lurk in the Discord and watch from the sidelines, collecting info like a weird rat with a monocle. Now that I've wasted more than a minute of your time with this introduction, I better quit yapping and start discussing. As we all know, Hasbro sent a DMCA takedown against Crossfire, causing Roblox to remove the game from the Roblox site. Ever since then, we have seen the Marmot's Oven team go through many changes and developments to get the game back at any means necessary. But what exactly has been done since the initial removal? Well, for starters, we got a new officially confirmed name for the game. Instead of Crossfire, the game will now be called Steel Crossfire moving forward. Along with this change in name, we have also gotten some new changes in designs, as well as a sneak peek into the future of Steel Crossfire's characters. And before I get into both the good and bad character changes, I wanted to let everyone know that yes, the game is still being worked on. And no, the devs haven't abandoned anything to move to Guatemala. So, we have all seen the current replacement designs. However, we do face a major issue. Nearly all of them look far too close to the original designs these are based off, and will need to be changed in order to not risk another DMCA from Hasbro. Ratchet and Ironhide have been said to be safe for the time being. However, Bumblebee and Barricade will be required to change. I know the community has fallen in love with the Steel Beetle model, and I am truly sorry to break the news to many of you this way. Steel Beetle has the body of Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, with his lower half being almost entirely the same apart from the waist and knees, and his chest being heavily based around the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee chest. Barricade is just straight up his 2007 model, but with the head shaped like he has a police cap on, and just looks somehow sharper yet more rounded than the original. For now, we have been told that Ironhide and Ratchet are safe from these changes. However, do not be surprised if Ironhide is changed for safety reasons. But wait a minute, are any of you feeling nostalgic for the old game style? Or missing the official Transformer designs? Well, don't worry, because the devs have given the community a chance to decide whether they should do their own personal designs or the evergreen designs. They chose evergreen. So apparently a bunch of people are genuinely stupid. In fact, majority are so not right in the head that after they voted evergreen, they proceeded to go into general chat and ask what the evergreen designs look like. Which, I mean, hey, I have a question. Why would you see something that decides kind of the main play factor for the game and vote on an option that you had no idea what the option even was? It got so bad to the point that one of the mods had to send out another announcement explaining to people what the evergreen designs look like. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom over here. Because of the vote having the evergreen option, which, may I remind everyone, is the official Transformers design, this can only mean one thing. Steel Crossfire was given permission to use the evergreen designs. However, that comes at a cost. Most likely that Hasbro will have a slight say in upcoming characters and design variety. Basically meaning everything will look more akin to G1. And honestly, they may still look similar to the original counterparts. But if I am wrong, then this could mean a possible major change to all characters, alt modes, and abilities. Or even a change in the character roster, with some characters such as Sideways, Jolt, or even Blackout being replaced by more well-known characters in the Transformers fandom. I know everyone wants to hear something, or at least literally anything relating to updates on Steel Crossfire. In fact, it's gotten to the point that some community members have demanded for transparency on everything going on with Hasbro and Marmot's Oven. And again, I'm sorry to burst your bubble here, but that's just not how it works. I'm sure everyone would love that, including the devs. However, that's just not how it works. Right now, this has become a legal matter, and it's out of the community's control. We can't keep trying to pry our way into private matters that do not involve us. And I know some might say something like this to justify their request.
It's our business just as much as the devs, because transparency and being honest with your community builds trust, and not saying anything denies our trust.
Like, dear God, that's not how that works. They would get in more trouble being open than they would by being quiet. They aren't saying anything because they can't say anything. It is so incredibly simple, yet people choose to ignore it no matter how many times they explain the situation. Remember, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to like the video. You don't have to subscribe, but it would be pretty cool.